come and say something. I wanna hear your voice.
All the eyes on me, all the eyes are right on me. All the eyes on me, all the eyes are right on me. All the eyes on me, all the eyes are right on me. All the eyes on me, all the eyes are right on me.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Mr. Fox, back in the house, and you know what time it is. It's time for my review. This week, I'm combining two because I forgot I had really no time to do last week. So this will be episode 117 and 118 of Unordinary review. So there won't be a recap because I'm going over last week's along with this week. So I'm gonna jump around a bit on this one. Just going back and forth between the two. But whatever flows, whatever gets by, you know how we do it. But so jumping straight into it. So on last week's episode on 117, if I'm correct, let me look at my screen. Yeah, it 117. I'm sorry, I had to look at my screen. Yeah, so last week on 117, we continued the fight with Vulcan and Remy. Remy managed to stun Vulcan, but it didn't do nothing. She just stands up and is like, yeah, that's cute, but you're gonna have to do better than that. And she walks up to Remy. She's like, she's about to deliver the final blow. But meanwhile, while that's going on, Blake is yelling at Eason to get off his tail and help Remy, or she's going to die. But understandably, even though he disappointed me, his actions are understandable. He's scared. He doesn't know what to do. He just saw someone killed right in front of him. A lot of people will probably freeze just like he did. But, I would hope I wouldn't, because my friend is also in danger. It's not like you just saw it and, oh my goodness, why did I see this? It's like you saw it happen, but your friend down there is on the verge of succumbing to the same fate as the previous person. So I'm like, I'm with Blake on this one. Get up or she's gonna die. Eason doesn't move, so Blake just, he's like, okay, fine, whatever, I'll handle it. But you can see it on his face that he's worried. He's like, dude, I really need help here. So I didn't know Blake could do this with his ability. He pretty much has a laser, but I didn't know he could focus it and shoot it long range like that, because he's pretty much a sniper. That's what he is in this episode. Like he shoots at Vulcan from a distance. He misses the first shot, and she jumps back. But before he shot, Remy, Vulcan tries to deliver the final blow to Remy, but she jumps up. She tries to kick her. Vulcan dodges. Then Blake shoots. She dodges that. And they keep going at it. Now at this point, I'm thinking, Remy, you need to get out. While there's some distance between y'all need to get up out of there, because you're already badly wounded. Because Remy has a scratch and her arm is badly burned. She's like, on the real, her arm is charcoal. She looked like she got, I don't know if this is even a thing, like 4th degree burns or something. I think at that point it's like at your bone. No, 3rd degree burns are at your bone. So I mean, some severe 2nd degree at least. Her arm is black. Not in a good way neither, So, but no, Remy keeps charging forward. She tries to take out Vulcan with all the little strength that she has left, and it just ain't enough. And she ends up getting Vulcan. Vulcan's dodging her lightning attacks and all that with the ease that she's been doing. And then, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm gonna have panels up like I normally do. But either Vulcan gets shot in her shoulder before she hits Remy in the no, yeah, she does. So like while they're fighting, Blake is still shooting. Blake managed to he puts a tunnel in Vulcan's shoulder. That's when I was really like, Remy, you need to get out of there. She's hurt now. But Remy keeps charging forward, and she tries to palm thrust, whatever, get another lightning hit on her and stun her again. Vulcan does the realest thing I've seen her do. She literally just sidesteps and then she's like, she 5 fingers of death Remy right in the rib cage, and I'm just like, oh, it's over, it's done. And Blake is shooting, but I think there's like a delay between how many shots he can fire off. I think it's probably maybe like a 5-second delay. Don't quote me on that. I'm not really entirely sure, but she gets hit. She's on her knees now because she just got punctured in her rib cage. She's bleeding heavily on top of the other cut that she has, the other 3 cuts she has on her arm. So it's looking bad, really, really bad for her. And Vulcan once again is like, I'm about to deliver that final blow, and the next thing you know, a masked guy comes out of nowhere and knees her square in the face. For a split second, I thought it was a brand new character. I was like, oh, another masked vigilante steps into the fray. No, it's Eason with his shirt wrapped around his head. And he's using his ability hunter, which gives him a little bit of a physical boost. So he knees her in the face pretty hard. I think she should have been rattled a lot more because it looked like she took that to the temple. You hit someone in the temple hard enough, they're going down. I don't care who you are. I don't care how strong you are neither. But whatever. So after that, Eason picks up Remy. Blake is still shooting at her and all that. Actually, Blake is still shooting at her, but Vulcan gets like unbelievably pissed when she gets hit in the face. Understandably so. So she comes back at Eason and Remy. Eason has no time to really just like get out of there. He tries to, but I mean, had he done that, he would have just got his arm skewered. It probably would have got his head skewered too at the same time. But Blake shoots, and I think, and once again, quote me on this if I'm wrong, but either while in right in the middle as Vulcan is about to connect her 5 fingers of death to Eason's forearm, Blake comes in clutch again and he shoots her square in the middle of her hand. And she's like, she falls back, and after that, Blake yells to Eason on their little headpiece that they have on he yells, "Get out of there!" And Eason's like, "You ain't gotta tell me twice." And Vulcan's like, "You're not finna get away." And then he comes in clutch again and he shoots her in the leg. Now she has 3 holes: one in her shoulder, one in the middle of her hand, and now one in in her thigh or like her calf muscle. I'm like, yeah, she's done. And they get the heck up out of there. And Blake's like, Blake's like still trying to shoot at her, but Vulcan just gets out of dodge. Even with all those holes in her, she's still fast enough to get up out of it. Like, granted, Blake is still far away, but still. I mean, 3 holes in you dodging them, and you get away in a split second. It's not someone you want to mess with. She's definitely a tough customer, and I can't wait to see. More than likely, she's probably going to end up going against Arlo. Then I'm thinking about it. I would say John, but I think John's gonna go up against anyone in Ember who's not. I'm not saying Vulcan's not a heavy hitter, but I mean, I think they'll save John for when we get more info on Ember and who their actual strongest members are. Because on the real, Vulcan's tough, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, yeah, she's just like only like the middle, not the creme de la creme of our forces. Like, she's just like a grunt or something. So we'll see, but that's 117. Now jumping straight into this week's chapter. Remy is hurt badly, so I speculated that they probably would take her to a hospital because I assumed that would be closer than going back to the dorm room. So I thought that they would go to a hospital. Obviously they would ask questions like, who are you, how did this happen, blah blah blah. I thought they were going to be like, we got attacked by Ember, but we managed to fend them off. Call the news outlet, and so we can get this out. Because the whole point behind them doing this before they got the fight with Vulcan was to get Elaine, and then they were going to film them beating up Elaine, and then they're going to send it to every news outlet they could. So I thought, yeah, you might have gotten beaten up in the process, but it'll probably be a better story anyway. But no, they go straight to the to Western girls' dorm. They enlist Elaine, and Blake knocks on the door furiously. He's like, "We need your help now." And Elaine's like, what's going on? And then surprisingly, Seraphina's in the room too. So I'm assuming what happened the chapter before last. Her and Elaine were probably training again, probably making Elaine hit her and stuff so she can get better at hand-to-hand combat and all that. But not Remy. Seraphina's like, what's the rush? And Blake's like, nothing. I would be like, boy, who are you talking to? Because I don't think Blake and them know that Seraphina doesn't have her powers. But I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments. But you know, he's like, we don't have, I was like, I don't have time to explain, come on over. And she comes in there, Remy's all banged up, and she's like, what are you three up to? She's like, she's more banged up than the last time. And yes, and I forgot, last time she went out and did that, she did get pretty beat up, but I mean, she didn't get hurt like too bad. But yeah, this is on a whole new level. And I mean, Elaine's fixing her up, and then Blake, and then Eason, when Remy finally comes to, Eason and Blake are talking to her. They're like, you know, no, Eason's like, states pretty much like, we need to stop this. He's like, someone died tonight. He's like, that very well could have been you. And you know, Remy's not having it. She's like, no. She's like, did you capture her? And they're like, no, she got away. And you're like, why? He's like, why did you let her get away? We could have captured her, and you know, we could have got some info and stuff out of her. And they're like, the whole Remy is pretty much Remy is just like, we need to go back out and do this again so we can capture someone. I think Remy just really wants her, but you know, someone from Ember, and make them talk. And Eason and Blake are like, no, this needs to stop. Like, you almost died. And also they're like, somebody died tonight. Like, is that not registering to you? Like, and you know, Eason leaves. He's like, I'm done. He's like, I'm not doing this again. He's like, this was a mistake and all that. And it's understandable, man. Yeah, y'all knew you would probably get into like a little bit into some fights, but no one anticipated that someone was gonna flat out be murdered, like in front of you, cold blood. And you know, after Eason leaves, Remy's still like, okay, we can salvage this. We can, you know, we can find someone. And Blake also is like, he's like, dude, he's like, Elaine died. No, not take that back. Elaine was murdered in front of you, and the person that did it was also trying to kill you with zero hesitation, with the least slightest of emotion on her face. Killing two people for her is another day at the office. This is something we are not equipped to handle. And Blake's like, look at you. Do you see what she did to you? Had we not, and he's like, had we not have been there, you would be dead. And he's like, I understand, and I feel for Blake on this one. He's like, look, I understand that, you know, you're hurting. You lost your brother. He said, but we need to stop this. This is not the way to go. And I agree. I mean, look, obviously she was like he said, like Blake said, if Eason and Blake were not there, she would be dead. One, you lost your cool. First one to lose their cool is the first one to lose the battle. And in this case, that battle would have been your life. So I agree. I'm like, I feel for him. I'm like, yeah, this needs to stop. Y'all, or yeah, no, it just needs to stop. Even if you enlist the help of like Arlo and John, if you somehow were able to convince them, this is not a job that needs to be taken on by some high school kids. Granted, it's going to end up happening for story reasons, obviously, but it needs to stop. And you know, Remy's still going like, we can, and he's like, just stop. He's like, you get some rest. We'll talk about this more later. And then he tells Elaine to, can you just watch her? And Blake's walking out, and you know, and Remy starts to cry, because I think it's starting to sink in to her. I don't think what Eason said probably didn't really sink in too much, but to hear that from Blake, that probably obviously kind of hurt her. But it's true. She needed to hear that. Like I'm not gonna say it here. Like, I understand, like, someone killed your brother, you want revenge, but I mean, you know, I try to sympathize with that. You know, it's like, yeah, but you don't need to go about it this way. Just try to live your life the best way you can without getting yourself involved with drug dealers and all that mess. So after Blake leaves and Elaine's like, yeah, I'll watch her, she gets a phone call. and it's from Arlo. Now, this would probably be an obvious question. Do you think she's gonna report everything that just happened to Arlo? My bet is on yes, but I mean she might not. She might keep that to herself. My other question is, do you think John's gonna find out? And if he does find out, do you think he's even gonna care? He might, simply for the fact that they're the ones that took Seraphina's power. That'd be the only reason he get involved. So there's a window for Remy to get the help of John, but that would also require him to reveal that he's actually not a cripple, and he's probably it's not confirmed, but John is the strongest person in that school. I mean, so that might be it. But I mean, that's pretty much last week's and this week's chapters. Both of them had me hype, on the edge of my seat. I really thought Remy was gonna die, and at one point I thought Ethan was gonna get severely maimed. I thought he was gonna not lose an arm, but lose maybe like some functionality in that arm, or just have like, you know, some puncture wounds in him. But I mean, tell me what you think. Do you agree with Ethan and Blake, or do you think Remy should keep going and try to find out? I agree with both. I think we need to find out why they do this, what's going on, but there just needs to be a better way going about it. So, you know, that's last week and this week's chapter. Hope you enjoyed this review. Do all the stuff that I normally tell you to do. And actually there's a new one. Like I said, there's a new one I'm going to add in. So follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and on Twitch, and on my Amino. I'm on the anime Amino for just regular anime, and I'm also on the Unordinary one. So most of the time when I post about Unordinary, it will be on the Unordinary Amino. Like I said, I'm gonna leave all the links in the description from now on. I honestly don't know why I haven't been putting it on here, but you know, this is your boy Fox.